German Foreign Minister Johann Wadephul has made a surprise visit to Israel. He's the first European foreign minister to travel there since the war began. Wadephul held talks with his Israeli counterpart, Gideon Saar. Germany has largely backed Israel and the U.S. over the conflict with Iran, but Wadephul warned against chaos or civil war in Iran or causing the country to collapse. He also repeated Germany's support for a Palestinian state and urged Israel to take action against radical settler violence in the West Bank. Well, let's get more from our correspondent in Jerusalem, Tanya Kramer. Tanya, tell us more about this surprise visit to Israel by the German foreign minister. Why has he decided to visit Israel now?
Well, I think it was just a show of support from the German foreign minister coming here. As you said, he was the first European foreign minister to come here since Israel and the US attacked Iran. And he also made it very clear that Germany stands side by side with Israel in this conflict, calling Iran the aggressor. He used his time, we only saw him in the press conference. He also visited a site in Bet Shemesh where several people were killed last week from a missile hit. And then he also gave a press conference with the Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Saar here, where he reiterated again what he would like to see. He stressed 4 issues that are important, seeing that the military programs of Iran would be stopped. He refers to the ballistic missile program, the nuclear program, as well as, the no more threats, as he put it, from the Iran's proxies, such as Hezbollah and the Houthis. The Houthis have not yet joined into the war from Yemen, but he also stressed that the territorial integrity of Iran should be maintained to avoid chaos, and as well he was talking about that a regional order of peace should be maintained. Of course, the region could be further from this at the moment, but I think, he just wanted to be here as one of the first ministers in Israel.
So does the German foreign minister have other points on his agenda there? Is he expected to visit other countries in the region?
Well, he visited Cyprus before he came here. Now, Cyprus being one of the EU countries closest, obviously, here to in the Mediterranean, here also to this conflict that has been under threat as well because of military bases there. Also, Germany has assets in the region, military assets here, but again, we don't know where else. We know he's going to be traveling in the region, but because of the security situation, all of this is kept under wraps for now.
How much support, Tanya, can Israel expect from Germany and other European countries in this situation?
Well, I think it was quite interesting in this press conference. I think what Israel really wants from its, allies within the EU is that they support them. And while the German foreign minister already is talking about diplomacy, he even said that he thinks that the United States and Israel are ready for diplomacy. I think we're seeing in the actions, of the US and Israel, they, at least the military, saying they keep on, intensifying their attacks, the war in Iran, but also against Hezbollah in Lebanon. So the German foreign minister said, he doesn't see that Iran is yet ready for diplomacy, but that he is keeping a very, close call. Also, he had a call with the U.S. Foreign Secretary Marco Rubio. Now he's meeting with the Israeli counterpart. But I think, they're rather far apart right now. And they were frequently asked during this press conference also what is the timeline of this conflict and how will this conflict end? And obviously the Israeli foreign minister didn't decline to comment on that. I mean, they said, this wouldn't be an endless war. But for now, from what we are understanding, from all the messaging we are getting here in Israel, that this is far from over.
Tanya, thank you very much. That was our correspondent, Tanya Kramer, in Jerusalem.